Today is all about family. Let's learn the basics. Hello everybody, if you're new to the channel, my name is Chris Gorgeous. I've been involved with the deaf community for over 10 years. Both my wife and I are certified interpreters here in California, and we've really gotten to enjoy teaching others sign language. So if you're interested in learning sign language yourself, please hit that subscribe button and click the bell notification, and you can stay up to date with all the newest lessons. And if you want even more resources, you can check aslbasics.com, and there we will have links to all of our videos, our lessons, tips and tricks, advice, encouraging interviews, just a lot of really good resources there, so I encourage you to go check it out. So the first two signs that I want to show you are for mom and for dad. The first one, you will be making the open 5 hand shape. You'll put your thumb on your chin like this for mom. For dad, you'll do the same hand shape and you'll put it on your forehead like this. Dad, mom, and dad. If you wanted to sign parents, you would just combine the two and you would go like this for parent. For grandparents, it'll be very similar, except they'll extend from the chin or from the forehead depending on the sign. Let me show you. So for grandmother or for grandma, you would do the sign for mom, but then it goes out for a generation. For grandfather or grandpa, it would be the same thing. You would do the sign for dad, but it will go out for a generation. Mom, grandma, dad, grandpa. The next two signs I will show you will be for son and for daughter. And again, this will be signed 2 different ways depending on where you live or depending on whom you might associate with. The more common way that I've seen it is you make a fist with your non-dominant hand and you make a B hand shape with the other. And son will come from the forehead down to your fist, and daughter will come down from your chin down to your fist. You could also do it with an open hand shape, or you could also do son or daughter. If you're talking about all of your children or all of your kids, you could sign children. You can think of just kind of tapping their heads as they're lined up in a row. Or for kids, you'd make this hand shape and you go like this. Children, kids. The next 2 signs will be brother and sister, and this also has variations depending on where you live. So the most common way that I've seen it is like this for brother and like this for sister. You may also see it with L hand shapes like this, brother and sisters, and there may be other minor variations of the way that is signed. But typically you'll have one fist here, and they'll come down and meet each other for brother and for sister. The next 2 is for uncle and aunt. So for uncle, you'll make the U hand shape and you'll put it next to your forehead, uncle or uncle. The sign for aunt, you'll make the A hand shape and you'll shake it like this, aunt. Uncle, aunt. For niece and nephew, you will be making the N hand shape like this or like this, and you would shake it just like you did uncle and aunt. Nephew, niece. So we're almost there. We have 2 more signs, cousin and baby. So for cousin, it's actually going to be dependent upon whether it is a male cousin or a female cousin. So for a male cousin, you'll make the C hand shape and you'll shake it near your forehead like this. If it's a female cousin, you'll do the same hand shape, C for cousin, and you'll shake it down near your jawline. And for all of these signs, you may start sensing a pattern. All of the male signs are near the forehead, while all of the female signs are near the chin. Just like Spanish, sign language has masculine and feminine versions of their nouns and pronouns, just like boy or girl, man or woman. And the last sign today is going to be baby. And this is actually one of the easiest signs to remember because you just pretend that you're cradling a baby in your arms. Baby. And there you have it. There's 18 signs that you can now use when you're talking about your family. And again, if you're new to this channel and you'd like to catch up with some of my previous videos, I've put together a playlist that has all of the videos I've done so far all in one playlist, and you can get to that in the link above or in the description down below. And be sure to subscribe and click that bell notification, because next week I plan on kicking off a 4-part series that will cover the first 100 signs somebody that is beginning to learn sign language should know. Now, with all that said, the question of the day I have for all of you is, what are you interested in learning next? Before I go, I want to thank all of you so much for your comments and for your support, particularly my supporters on Patreon, such as T. Davidson, Johnny Gorgeous, and Jenna Goot. And I also want to thank you for your comments. For instance, last week when I did an interview with Kone Williams, Claudia Morales said, "Great interview. I love her positivity and her advice was inspirational." And also username No ASL Fakers, he said, "Her smoothness of signing, I found it that as a deaf person, it wants me to communicate more with her." So I really appreciate these comments and hearing from all of you. And I just want to mention how amazing all of you are. And understand, if you've been following my videos these past few weeks, you've already learned over 200 signs. If you're just starting from scratch, look back where you were a few weeks ago to where you are today and just recognize the incredible amount of progress you've just made. And of course, if you really want to keep making that progress, share some of these videos with your friends and your family so you can practice using the language on a daily basis. And if you have been, I want to thank you all for making it to the end, and thank you for watching. Until next time, I'll see you later.